Hello everyone, welcome to Slooth Crime Stories. Here we explore some of the most famous and serious crime stories from Asia. These cases are important for global awareness and learning. If you're interested in Asian true crime stories, don't forget to subscribe. Today, we're discussing a case from New Delhi, India, known for its global impact on sex crime awareness and initiating women's rights movements for radical reforms against gender-based violence. The case, also known as the Nirbhaya case, drew international attention. Nirbhaya, meaning fearless, was a pseudonym used for the victim, respecting Indian law. Her real identity was revealed later, with her parents' consent. This case is significant for its role in the global campaign against sexual violence and for influencing changes in Indian laws. On December 16, 2012, a 22-year-old physiotherapy intern, Jyoti Singh, and her male friend Avindra Pandey had a night out in South Delhi. They boarded a bus to return home, unaware of the danger that awaited. This bus ride led to a harrowing incident, marking a turning point in India's approach to gender-based violence. Shortly after boarding, the male friend sensed something wrong when the bus deviated from its route. This suspicion quickly turned into a nightmare as 6 men on the bus, including the driver, began to threaten and attack them. He inquired of the driver about their destination. It was at this moment that the 6 men already aboard began intimidating them, probing why they were out so late by themselves. This confrontation escalated rapidly, leading to a physical altercation between Avindra and the 6 men. Avindra endured a severe beating with a metal rod and eventually lost consciousness. Subsequently, the men's attention turned menacingly towards Jyoti. Jyoti was badly hurt by the men, who hit her with an iron rod, and then each took turns attacking her. Medical tests later showed she was seriously injured inside her body, probably because of the rod. The police report said Jyoti tried to fight the men, even biting 3 of them, which made them treat her even worse. After finishing their cruel actions, the men heartlessly threw the 2, who were now unconscious, out of the moving bus. A passerby found them around 11 p.m. and called the Delhi police. They were rushed to Safdarjung Hospital. At the hospital, Jyoti got immediate medical care and was put on life support. Avindra, although he had broken bones, made it through this tough situation. News of this attack shocked people all over the country. Jyoti needed many surgeries and was in a very critical condition. To help her, the Indian government put together a team of doctors to look after her. On December 26th, they decided to move her to a hospital in Singapore, hoping she could get an organ transplant there. The decision to transfer her was met with disagreement from some doctors because she was in a very unstable health state. Despite this, she was moved to Singapore. On the way there, on December 27th, Jyoti had a heart attack and fell into a deep unconsciousness that she never woke up from. Sadly, she passed away early in the morning on December 29th. After the incident, the Delhi police acted fast to catch those responsible. They spotted the charter bus on security camera footage and identified the driver as Ram Singh, who was 30 years old. The police used information from the male victim to make drawings of the attackers. This helped them find the mobile phones of the victims, which had been stolen. The police eventually captured all 6 men involved. This group included Ram Singh, the bus driver, his younger brother Mukesh Singh, 20-year-old Vinay Sharma, 19-year-old Pawan Gupta, a juvenile named Mohammed Afroz, and 28-year-old Akshay Thakur, a recent arrival in Delhi seeking work. Investigations into the incident discovered that earlier on the same day, a group of men had a party where they consumed alcohol. Ram Singh, who normally drove a charter bus on weekdays, made a spontaneous decision to take the bus for a joyride with his friends. This was not allowed, as the bus was not supposed to pick up passengers at that time. As a result, the attackers were able to carry on with their violent actions, ultimately focusing on the young couple. 5 days following the sad passing of Jyoti, on January 3, 2013, charges were brought against the 5 adult individuals involved in the incident. The Juvenile Justice Board determined that the underage participant, Mohammed Afroz, was 17 years and 6 months old at the time. The group in charge decided that Afroz would go to a special court for young people instead of the regular adult court. On January 10th, a lawyer, speaking for one of the people involved, said something that made a lot of people upset. He said the victims shouldn't have taken public transportation and shouldn't have been out so late at night. The lawyer's comments made people even more angry because he said that attacks like this don't happen to respectable women, showing his unfair ideas about women. What he said caused many people to criticize him, and it started a big conversation about how society thinks about and treats women. On March 11, 2013, they found Ram Singh dead in his prison room. People argued whether he killed himself or someone else did it. Because many people wanted the law to act fast, the other grown-up people involved were quickly tried in a special court in Delhi. On September 10, 2013, they were found guilty of their serious crimes. On September 13th, the court gave its decision. The punishment was death by hanging. The convicts asked for mercy, but the judge, Yogesh Khanna, said no. He mentioned that what they did not only hurt the victim, but also really upset the feelings of all of India. The person who was underage was found guilty of murder and assault. He got the most punishment allowed for someone his age, which was 3 years in prison. He got out on December 20th, 2015. Throughout their time on death row, Mukesh Singh exhibited no remorse, blaming the victim for her resistance and suggesting she would have survived had she not fought back. On March 13, 2014, the Delhi High Court upheld the death sentences of the 4 men. Their subsequent appeals to the Supreme Court were rejected on May 5, 2017, affirming their death penalty. Attempts to ask the president for forgiveness didn't work. Eventually, on March 20th, 2020, the 4 people found guilty were put to death in Tihar jail. They were declared dead after hanging for 30 minutes. This case had a big impact around the world. The details of what happened to the woman and how she was attacked made a lot of people very upset internationally. After the incident, protests broke out not only in India, but also in South Asia, including rallies in Nepal, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, and Bangladesh. In Delhi, there were big protests at India Gate and Raisina Hill. What made these demonstrations different from before was that many men joined in, demanding harsher punishments for crimes against women and wanting the government to take more responsibility. The incident triggered a discussion about how young people involved in serious crimes are treated. When the minor attacker was released in 2015, the Juvenile Justice Act was changed. Now, minors aged 16 to 18 can be tried as adults for severe offenses. Even though the laws changed, experts say there's still a need for society to change and for better law enforcement. India has made changes to its criminal laws, including how investigations are done and how young offenders are handled. One significant change is in Section 376 of the Indian Penal Code, which now has stricter punishment for rape. The minimum penalty for rape is now 10 years, and in cases leading to death or a vegetative state, the minimum sentence is 20 years. However, crimes against women in India remain a significant concern. Experts highlight the importance of the law evolving along with societal attitudes. They stress the need to address deeply ingrained patriarchal values and enhance law enforcement to effectively combat crimes against women. That wraps up today's coverage. If you have suggestions for covering more high-profile cases from your country, please leave them below. Thank you for watching, and see you soon.
Subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for the latest updates and notifications.